Microphones are the most expensive, easy to break things in the studio. They are quite fragile and they need to be handled very carefully to ensure their durability, but also their performance. Nobody wants to record a vocal and then realize that there are a little bit of glitches because the microphone was damaged. You need to redo it again and you need to pay again the artist. There are a few things that you can damage by using it improperly. Some are done with electricity, some other are done with the handling. Place the microphone box on the floor and leave it open for the engineer so that they can choose, they can see the cables, they can see, for example, a situation like this where you give them a different choice of cables and microphones. So the engineer comes and sees this one, and so what he needs to do is to place the stand in the right location and get the holder first. Microphones are the first thing to be packed away when you are packing out the studio. You don't take care of the stand, you don't take care of the cables. First you take care of the microphone. You take them, remove them from the holder and put them in the box and close the box. That ensures that the most expensive and fragile thing is out of the way and not at risk to be damaged. So you take the holder, you unscrew the node, raise the joint, attach the holder, make sure it's in the right position, and this is the way that it has to be attached for this particular holder. I'm rotating the joint to go into the holder. I'm not rotating the holder. It's easier to do this, do in this way. Then you can force a little bit when you want to tighten it up. Then I tighten up this node so the joint is in place. For the angle, I'm more satisfied with a vertical angle like this. So I lose the node, move the joint, retighten the node. Then I get the microphone, I check what is the front and the back. This is a TLM microphone, so this is the front. And remember, this microphone works with phantom power, electrical additional power. Ask the engineer not to turn on the phantom power before you actually plug the cable, because if you plug a cable with the extra power, you can damage the very delicate diaphragm of this microphone. So I'm placing the microphone in the holder, rotating this wheel at the bottom, secure the microphone to the holder. So after you've done your own adjustment, this is the position that you want the microphone to be in. The next thing, I get my nicely coiled cable. I look at the attachment of the microphone, so I use the female part to attach it to the male part of the microphone. I give it a good length so that I can easily put it around the stand and reach the microphone, and give it a little extra always, because some people might need to lift the microphone. And do I plug this in? No, you check with the engineer that nothing has been done, but in this case the cable is still not attached to the console, so you'll be fine. I'm gonna put this in to the microphone, and now I'm gonna try to tidy up as much as possible the cable around the stand so that it doesn't create any issues. And you also have, in certain studios, you also find these holders that are quite handy because they can keep the cable in place and not going all over the place. Then once you've done that, you simply have to coil the rest of the cable close to the stand for yourself or another engineer to come and then go to plug it into the desired channel. And once you've done that, then you put the cable around nicely to the stand. You can use these plastic clips that can hold the cable in place, and you want to then place the cable nicely coiled at the bottom of the stand, as we talk about in another video. And once it's all nicely done there, ready to use, this other end will go into the tie box at the end for the engineer then to pass the signal into the console. If you do it this way, it's safe, it's clean, it's professionally done, ready to go.